In this week's Do Something With Your Marketing, I would like to ask you to do something. We're not going to tell you to do something this weekend. I'd like to ask you to do something, and that ask, of course, for readers of my newsletter and people who subscribe on YouTube is to purchase the new book that I just published literally over the weekend. It is the second edition of AI for Marketers. Now, for those of you who purchased the first edition, you already got an email saying why the second edition is out and a coupon to upgrade it. For everyone else, there'll be a discount within this week's newsletter to get your copy of it from the the direct website. If you go to aiformarketersbook.com, you can get it there. I want to tell you a little story about why this is the second edition. The first edition was actually a request from Ann Hanley, the Chief Content Officer of Marketing Profs. Ann asked, hey, could you summarize all this AI talk in something that the average person can understand? Because a lot of it's pretty fantastic stuff. And so at the time, I wrote a whole big bunch of blog posts, and Ann had suggested, rightfully, hey, this should be a book. So I, in the interest of time and getting it out to market, back in 2017, when I was working full-time at an agency and a bunch of other things going on at the same time, copied and pasted all the blog posts together, turned it into a book, and said, look, book. And there it went out, and people bought it, and people generally said nice things about it, but I always knew something was a little off with it. It was, you could tell it was a series of blog posts that were copied and pasted. So over this past holiday season, I looked at it. My co-founder at Trust Insights, Katie Robert, and I said we need to have something revised, something a good long form work for the new year. And I opened this book up and I'm like, oh, this did not age well. 2 years have gone by. A lot of technology has changed, and even just reading the original book, it didn't. It was just not good. And so, instead of trying to edit and polish it up, I just select it all, hit the delete key, and start it over. So, what's in the completely new second edition of AI for Marketers? In this edition, we go through why AI is important, what you need to know about it, why marketers have a hard time with it, because we do, a lot of marketers do. We spend a lot of time on what AI is and is not, the algorithms, the main algorithms that make up AI, the types of machine learning, and this chapter is the one that will help you to understand what kinds of questions to ask vendors. It's a super important chapter because a lot of the times I've seen in marketing in the last 2 years, vendors saying our product has AI in it, and you say to them, cool, what kind? And they're like, oh, it's the good kind. Like, no, what algorithms, what methods, what techniques, what models? And of course, salespeople being salespeople, they're not engineers. And they're like, I don't know, it's the really good kind. You should pay a lot of money for this product. I'm like, no, I'd like to talk to a technical engineer, please. And like, we don't have any with us. I said, well, I'm not interested in buying your product then. So this chapter will help you develop some of the knowledge that you need to ask good questions of your vendors and to know what kinds of problems AI solves and doesn't solve. The data chapter goes through in detail the data quality framework, because data is the foundation of AI. Without good data, you're not doing AI. We look at 5 practical applications of artificial intelligence in marketing, and this chapter goes through in detailed example these applications. And again, it's not a how-to. It is a here's what's possible. Here's what you should be looking for, and the types of problems AI is really good at solving. We go through the journey to reaching AI, preparing your company for it, preparing your career for it. A whole chapter on bias, because bias is a significant problem. And if we don't deal with bias, we risk using AI really badly. Going down the rabbit hole, if you wanted to actually take this up in the terms of building your own software, there's a whole chapter on courses you can take and stuff. You don't need to. That's been one of the big pivot points in the last few months for me in talking to not only marketers, but also talking to lots and lots of really very smart AI professionals. And the reality is it's a different profession. Asking if a marketer should take up AI is like asking a marketer if they should become a professional chef. You don't have to. You can if you want to, but it's not mandatory to make good use of it. You don't need to become a professional chef to know what's good food. And then, of course, some more tips and things on how you can get more out of this stuff. So that's what's in the new book. It is substantially different. And by substantially, I mean it's a complete rewrite from the bottom up compared to the previous edition. And I hope you'll go grab a copy. More important, I hope you'll use it. If you grab a copy, I would love for you to use it, to use things like the screening questions, to qualify vendors, to give you ideas about the ways you can solve problems, to learn how to think like a machine so that you can put machines to work solving your marketing problems. Again, the book is located at aiformarketersbook.com. I will also have links to it in the newsletter, and would love if you picked up a copy. Again, the newsletter will have the discount codes. Make sure you subscribe to the newsletter. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. As always, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and the newsletter. Want help solving your company's data, analytics, and digital marketing problems? Visit trustinsights.ai today and let us know how we can help you.